Did you go to college?
fun.
What did you go to college for?
I started.
Sorry, did you go to college? Let's start with that.
Yes. I have a bachelor's from FIT, actually.
Fashion Institute?
Yes.
Nice.
But in advertising, marketing, communications. So they have a business school.
Okay, so you went there. You went to FIT.
I started at University of Maryland, and then I, after 3 semesters, depression's fun and all that. So I withdrew. And I had good grades or whatever, but then I got this awesome job in Manhattan, and
were you doing ad stuff in school at the time? Were you studying the same shit?
Business,
but
broad the first year and a half, it's
always...
all 101s. So I took the physics of sound and
everybody always speaks about college like it's this amazing learning experience. Half the people I know just went to school for management. And whatever that means, and 300 different businesses as a manager. So it's very strange.
I mean, I'd say, did you go to college?
I did.
You did for
a little while.
Because I
went to college. I went to college for originally. I was going to go for art actually because I wanted to draw comic books. This is the exact path that this happened. I did a semester of an art school. I hated it. I just took a broad art, kind of what that would take to transfer. I went to Suffolk to transfer. I didn't like it.
And were they trying to kind of tell you this is how you do art?
Yeah, and it wasn't anybody's fault really. I just didn't like that. What I wanted to draw was so specific, but I understood. But it was just I don't know. There was a gap there that wasn't bridging. So I decided not to do that. I maintained my love of comic books, but after that, I went to the School of Communications because communications is one of those things.
Yeah, that's what advertising, marketing, communications.
Exactly. So you can do anything.
Yeah.
Always loved doing acting, so I ended up through that studying theater, and that's what I studied, and that's what I kind of did I did acting for most of my 20s.
And
small stage stuff. I got paid for some stuff. I was just broke all the time. It's great. It's so awesome.
But that's probably
talked about getting work. Never wanted to get work. No actor wanted to get work. Because then you're not cool anymore. Oh, look at this fucking guy. He's not starving. He's not starving in fucking Manhattan doing weird plays written by crazy people.
But I mean, and I assume, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's kind of led to comedy, sort of.
I always loved comedy. I just was always afraid to try it. To me, it was hard because acting, they tell you what to wear, they tell you what to say, they tell you where to go. You don't have to really do anything except be there. You know what I mean? And with comedy, you have to presumably everybody's writing their own stuff. I am. I know you are.
Yeah,
I've never seen anybody say the shit you've said.
I hope not.
But it seemed so much harder because you had to come up with the act.
I mean, so there's certain things that kind of combine.
But let's go back. We're talking about you. I'm sorry, I didn't want to go off topic. So you went FIT. Why Fashion Institute? Why? Just because? How did you get at the Fashion Institute?
So I wanted a.
Trust me, I have a point to all this.
Yeah. No. So I wanted a business type degree, but I always loved the creative aspects. So advertising, and mainly because of watching Mad Men.
But that's a fair point. That show really makes that shit look sexy.
Yeah.
And you just drink all day and get laid. That's what the whole show was about.
Exactly. And I didn't think that was going to happen.
You thought a little bit.
Part of me was
I bet I'm going to get a little bit of pussy from this. All right, a little bit. It's not every guy. I have a theory that every guy does, no matter how noble the cause, no matter how noble, there's always that 1%. That's why
it's going to get me laid.
Maybe I got a little pussy out of this. I believe charity donations, whatever it may be. I believe in helping kids with cancer. I might get a little pussy out of this.
I agree.
It's terrible, but it's true.
It is. It is.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. So I wanted a degree that also incorporated stuff, and I also wanted to stay working at the job that I had in the city.
What'd you have in the city?
I was a social media manager. Yeah,
you told me this before, actually.
Yeah.
So you're social media manager and they're just living. Are you living in Manhattan? Or are you commuting?
I commuted.
It's expensive.
And then I lived there.
Okay.
I mean, my parents helped.
That's fine. Admit
lot.
that. My parents help out with me whenever I need it. It's fine to admit that.
But so I wanted to stay in the city, and I was trying to find a place with a degree that wasn't just Business 101 or whatever, and they had something called Advertising, Marketing, Communications.
Okay.
So that's where I went and finished my bachelor's eventually. It took a while because
How long did you do? But like bachelor's is like a full what? 8 years? No, that's wrong.
Four. So first,
A master's is 8 years.
it took two, because they what's it called? They accepted all the credits from the University of Maryland.
So it rolled over.
So then it just took me 2 semesters to get my associates in the same degree.
Cool.
Advertising, Marketing, Communicate, and then 2 more years, so 4 semesters to get the bachelor's. But it took more than 2 years because I was just an idiot. But eventually I finished. I had 1 course left.
So you're at the Fashion Institute, but did you have to take any sort of?
I did have to take Fashion 101.
You did. You have to understand fashion because you're
just one course.
But is that like one of the best ads? I mean, I would assume so. Fashion Institute.
I mean,
Marketing, is that a good marketing school?
I'll say that. So going to University of Maryland, like that was a college experience.
Yeah,
like,
I know
that
university.
Was like college.
That's
like,
college.
It was like
yeah. This is more of university.
It's because it's in the city. I mean, they do have a campus.
They're a specialty school though. Like they're specific in something, aren't they?
Well, so I mean,
it's a fashion.
Most people are fashion, but,
yeah.
but they have a business school.
That's what I mean though. But it's because it's fashion. Because it's like if you want to know fashion, you have to know the business side too.
Right, but the business.
But you don't have to know fashion to know business. So that's what it is.
That's
interesting. I'm sorry, I don't know why.
No. So the business majors, it's not fashion targeted business at all. But I was a complete minority, being a straight male. Which you think
I would assume
you go there because it's 80 to 85% female, and then out of the other,
my ex-girlfriend went there,
15%. I'd say probably completely making this up, but at least 50% LGBT, whatever.
Yes. LGBT, whatever.
And so it was weird because, like, I had like great friends at Maryland and stuff. At FIT, like there was just whatever. I ended up dating this girl. It was fun, blah, blah, blah. Next topic. What?
You're just gonna Johnny Carson my ass like that? Next topic.
Okay, fine. So, I mean, it was my longest relationship, which was 1.5 years.
All right.
And her stepmom was actually Susie Essman, who plays Susie on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
No shit.
And actually, that's maybe where I started. Well, I always loved comedy, but I never considered doing
when
it.
did you? So that was actually gonna be my next question. When did you start? Were you doing comedy this whole time?
No.
What? How old were you when you started comedy?
It was November of last year. So
okay. So but you were still at this time. Comedy was always a thing in your life.
No. Like
you just said you liked comedy.
Watching.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Oh yeah. And
you'd be a fan. You were a fan.
Yes.
That's what I meant.
And I
Maybe
read a lot of my favorite books that I was reading at the time were like
George Carlin.
Honestly, Jim Norton. I loved Jim Norton.
And his books, you should still love Jim Norton.
His books are hilarious.
They are funny.
I've read 2. I don't know if he has a 3rd now.
I've only read 1. I don't know if he has 3, but I did read it.
Happy Ending was his first.
That was the one I read.
And then his second one, I forget what it's called, but it's great. Highly recommend. It's just.
I always read a book
hilarious.
that a comedian, when it's like a book, not like just them. Sometimes you get a book and it's just like the material, like and like that. But occasionally you get like a book. They like write a book and everything. Greg Fitzsimmons did one about like just growing up like a fucking
like a novel.
Yeah, no, it's like a biography. It's like a book,
autobiography.
But like
right.
it's so specific. Like it's like confessions from an Irish mailbox or something like that. And there's like a story in there about how he got this girl to go to prom with him, go to the prom with her because like he promised to get her Coke or something like that. It's like, yeah, I promised to get this girl an 8-ball, and she said, yeah, I'll go to the prom with you or something like that. And then I couldn't get it, so then she didn't like come out of her house and everything. It's like so.
And it's true. It's like
it's true story. Yeah.
So, what's Steve Martin?
Oh, he has great stuff.
And he wrote a novel.
Never talked
he wrote
about
a novel, which is awesome. He
did write a novel.
I read it. It's incredible. I completely forget the name.
Big Steve Martin, you're a fan?
I mean, he's awesome, but like I
feel
don't.
like I'm having a fucking stroke today. I'm sorry. I keep stuttering.
No, you're good.
Okay.
I mean, I love Steve Martin, but like I haven't. I don't know what he's up to now. I guess usually now he's palling around with what's his name?
Martin Short.
Yeah.
Well, he was in the Three Amigos with him.
Well, yeah.
She said it like he was
What's
like
his name's in Three of Me? Yeah,
exactly.
One of the three.
It's like the Martin Short is like it's like Chevy Chase, Steve Martin. Who's that guy? That's who Martin Short is to everybody. They're like, I know that guy. He always hangs out with. He's like
he had that show Glick.
Jiminy Glick, which ran for like a couple seasons. How many seasons did Jiminy Glick run for, Chris?
It couldn't have been more than 2. It was him.
Did you watch it?
It was him in a fat suit, just going.
Hello.
Like
I always think of the Stewie. Have you seen Family Guy when Stewie's like, Colin Farrell.
How many?
Jiminy Glick, like
2001 to 2003. Okay, so that's
like 2 seasons. Wow.
Yeah,
This
I haven't thought about that in a while.
That was like 2-3 seasons.
Prime time.
3 seasons. 3 fucking seasons.
Was that Comedy Central?
Prime time 3. Yeah, that was Comedy Central.
And Comedy Central doesn't even really it exists now, but it doesn't.
Oh, he was based on his Broadway show? What the fuck? Jiminy Glick and Lala Wood in Short's Broadway show, Martin Short, Fame Becomes Me. He became a recurring character on the Martin show. Oh, so this goes to
and then it's also based on a character he played.